this event together. You guys are absolutely fantastic, very organized, and I very much appreciate that. And I don't want to steal Senator Fordham's thunder, but Linda Sligo-Culver is my favorite person because I would not be standing here without her. She's the one who nominated me in early 2024 to fill an open position in Columbia County, and it just seemed every time we talked, we were each in our car going from one place to the other, and almost magically, every time I was starting to panic about something, she would call, and she would say, "Just relax, it's gonna be fine, it's okay, don't worry about it." And one time she sounded like she was outside, and I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm gardening." I said, "Oh, okay." So Linda, thank you so much for all your support. Very much appreciated, and your very calm and pleasant demeanor kept me sane when otherwise I may not have been. My appointment process took about a year, which was much longer than I expected. Also want to thank my wonderful, beautiful wife, Pam. She is my rock. Without her, I couldn't do anything. And every time I may start to get a slightly swelled head because I'm a judge, she just knocks me right back down. So thank you for keeping me grounded, honey. I've been sitting as the acting judge since February 21st of this year. And if you recognize that date, that's 3 days after petitions came out. And I got kind of a late start on the petitions because for the preceding 4 weeks, I was trying to shut down a 30-year law practice, do everything that the state was requiring of me for the appointment. I think meeting or talking to 16 senators, going before the Senate Judiciary Committee. They finally swear me in on Friday, the 21st of February at 3 o'clock. The president judge hands me 3 giant ring binder notebooks and said, "Everything you need to know is in here. You're on the bench Monday morning at 8:30. I was like, okay. So that's how I began as a judge. Family is very important to me. Pam and I have 2 wonderful children. Grandson Jack, who's just the light of our world. My niece Vicki is here with us this evening as well. As a judge, I'm a very strong advocate for an originalist and textualist approach to the law and to the Constitution. I believe one of the earlier speakers used the word constitutionalist. I certainly can't compare myself to the great late Antonin Scalia intellectually because I am not him, but his originalist and textualist approach to the Constitution is what I firmly believe in. The First Amendment wasn't meant to protect the government from us. It was meant to protect us from the government. Somehow, during the Warren Court in the 60s, that got turned around. Very strong supporter of parents and families having the right to raise their children the way they want to raise their children. Very strong supporter of conservative speech being protected and not being called hate speech just because somebody may disagree with you. Very strong supporter of the First Amendment, leaving our churches alone and leaving our religion alone. You've got pastors who are afraid to have a political candidate speak anywhere near their church because they may lose their 501c3 designation. I'm not sure that would happen now that we have President Trump in office, but certainly the last 4 years that was a serious concern. As Justice Clarence Thomas often says, the Second Amendment is not a second-class amendment, and yet for many years that's how the Second Amendment was treated. Every other amendment in the Bill of Rights, when it went to court, the standard was strict scrutiny. For some reason, the majority of appellate courts around the country, the Ninth Circuit being at the top of the list, treated the Second Amendment with intermediate scrutiny. Those are fancy-sounding words, but they make a world of difference in whether New York can be a shall-carry state or a may-carry state. With the Bruin decision that we had come down in the last year, they're now a shall carry state, even though they're doing their best to work their way around every little possibility. And then, of course, they do what the Democrats do. They can't get legislation passed, so they file a lawsuit. And it gets tied up for years, and they're hoping that by the time the lawsuit runs through, another Democrat is president, and they can start their foolishness all over again. I am a life NRA member. I'm a certified range safety officer. I have had a hunting license last year, although I didn't go hunting. I found that at almost 59, it's a little bit difficult to drag those deers out of the woods. I am a concealed carry permit holder, and I hesitate to say this with my wife standing this close to me, but I have a very large gun collection, which I enjoy thoroughly. In the past, I've been a competitive shooter, and we need to protect the Second Amendment, because in my opinion, the Second Amendment is the amendment that protects all others. Amen. Without the Second Amendment, we're not going to have the First, we're not going to have the Second, it's all going to fall apart. And it's not a complicated amendment. A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. Somehow, that got turned around to the people shouldn't have guns. Very much opposed to that. There are certain people who shouldn't have guns, certainly, but a law-abiding citizen shouldn't have to jump through the hoops they have to go through in certain states to get those. Columbia and Montour counties will find no stranger in me to supporting families' rights, protecting our conservative speech, protecting our rights to practice our religion as a family, and to protect our right to keep and bear arms. In closing, if you're looking for a woke judge, I'm not your guy. Okay? I'm still asleep, and I don't want to wake up to that nightmare ever again. Fortunately, it seems to be on its way out the door. In my opinion, and this is my personal opinion, there is no room in women's sports for biological males. There's no room in women's locker rooms for biological males. I don't want my